Had Mike Tyson won by decision, Jake Paul's boxing career also probably would have been over.
Boxing experts are in complete shock after Mike Tyson mysteriously disappeared from the spotlight, leaving the sports world baffled and full of questions. One moment, the legendary fighter was actively preparing for his highly anticipated bout with Jake Paul, capturing headlines and dominating media coverage. The fight itself was expected to be a milestone event, drawing global attention due to the clash between a boxing icon and a modern social media star. However, shortly after the bout, Tyson seemingly vanished without a trace. No post-fight interviews, no social media updates, no public appearances, just complete and utter silence. This abrupt disappearance has sent shockwaves through both the boxing community and his massive fan base. Tyson, who has always been a larger-than-life figure known for his candidness and media presence, going completely off the grid is both unusual and deeply concerning. Fans have flooded social media with speculation, while sports analysts are left scrambling to piece together any clues that might explain his sudden retreat from the public eye. Some theories suggest that Tyson may be grappling with the emotional and psychological aftermath of his loss to Jake Paul, possibly feeling the weight of disappointment and public scrutiny. Others believe there could be more serious factors at play, ranging from undisclosed health issues to conflicts within his management team, or even legal troubles tied to the explosive allegations of the fight being scripted. The eerie timing of his disappearance, following the leaked documents and conspiracy theories surrounding the bout, has only intensified the mystery.
But the point of the matter is, do Jake Paul take a good shot? I never seen him get hit by nobody.
Or a guy that the power of Mike even up, because power's the last thing to go.
Yeah, I'm so that's it.
Was Mike Tyson simply shaken by the overwhelming backlash over his lackluster performance, or is something more serious happening behind the scenes? This question has been at the forefront of discussions within the boxing world ever since his unexpected loss to Jake Paul. Tyson, known for his outspoken nature and larger-than-life personality, has remained unusually silent in the aftermath of the fight. This uncharacteristic quietness has only added fuel to the growing speculation, leaving fans, analysts, and boxing insiders grasping for answers. Many believe that Tyson's silence could be a sign of personal reflection, perhaps feeling the weight of disappointment from both himself and his loyal fan base. Others, however, think there's more to the story. The timing of his silence, coinciding with the explosive allegations of the fight being scripted, has led to wild theories circulating across social media and sports news outlets. Some suggest that Tyson may be under contractual obligations preventing him from speaking out, while others believe he's deliberately avoiding the media to distance himself from the controversy. Boxing insiders are scrambling to decode what this silence could mean for Tyson's future in the sport. Is he planning a dramatic comeback to silence the doubters, or is this the beginning of his quiet exit from the boxing world? Rumors of potential health issues, internal conflicts with his management team, and even legal threats related to the fight's alleged scripting have been floated as possible explanations. As the speculation grows, one thing is certain: Tyson's legacy, built on years of dominance, ferocity, and unfiltered authenticity, now faces one of its most complex chapters. Whether his silence is a strategic move or a reflection of deeper issues, the boxing world waits with bated breath for the moment he finally breaks it, hoping to gain clarity on the truth behind one of the most talked about fights in recent history.
You try it. He's a younger man. He should be able to handle punches from an old, weathered man like me.
The highly anticipated showdown on November 15, 2024, was set to be a legendary event. Over 70,000 fans filled AT&T Stadium, while millions tuned in on Netflix, eager to see if 58-year-old Tyson could defy the odds one more time, or if 31-year-old YouTube star Jake Paul would humble the boxing icon. Unfortunately for Tyson's supporters, the outcome was far from spectacular.
You know, he's supposed to be the young guy. He's supposed to walk right through me. I'm an old man. He's gonna run all night.
The disappointment didn't end in the ring. It quickly spread like wildfire across social media platforms, where frustrated fans didn't hold back their criticism. Many labeled the fight as trash, embarrassing, and sad, expressing their frustration over what was supposed to be an epic showdown between a boxing legend and a rising star. The bout, hyped as a historic event that would bridge generations of boxing fans, instead left audiences feeling let down by its lack of intensity and competitiveness. Even NBA legend Magic Johnson couldn't hide his disappointment. In a candid statement, he admitted that he turned the fight off halfway through, bluntly calling it bad for boxing. His honesty resonated with countless fans who felt the same way but were perhaps hesitant to voice it as openly. Johnson's remarks added weight to the growing criticism, highlighting just how far the fight had fallen from expectations. What was meant to be a monumental clash, filled with excitement and historical significance, ultimately failed to deliver. Instead of thrilling action and memorable moments, the event became a symbol of how hype and marketing can overshadow the actual quality of a sporting contest. The aftermath left a bitter taste not just for fans but for the boxing community as a whole, raising questions about the future of such celebrity-driven fights in the sport.
Paul will be up against. He'll get teased for taking this fight, for one. He'll get teased for that. He'll work himself through that. But, yeah, if he goes out there and cleans his clock, they're going to come down.
Boxing analysts didn't hold back either. Respected commentator Steve Bunce described the fight as nothing more than a decent sparring session, criticizing Tyson's lack of real competitiveness. Former world champion Tony Bellew urged fans to stop supporting these mismatched spectacles, where aging fighters face much younger opponents. Bellew's concern was evident. Fights like these not only harm the sport's reputation but also put the health of older fighters, like Tyson, at significant risk.
Tyson was young Mike Tyson. This wouldn't even be a fight worth making. Jake Paul wouldn't even be good enough to get in spar with Mike Tyson back in the...
Tyson's dramatic fall from grace, encapsulated in one disappointing fight, has left the boxing world in shock. His once mighty legacy is now under scrutiny, and his silence only fuels more questions than answers. Without warning, Tyson disappeared from the public eye. No interviews, no social media updates, and no official statements. Just total silence. His sudden absence deepened the mystery. Was Tyson retreating to recover physically and emotionally from the crushing defeat? Was he rethinking his boxing future entirely? Or could there be something more serious happening behind the scenes?
Had Mike Tyson won by decision, Jake Paul's boxing career also probably would have been over. It's just, you can't lose to a 58-year-old. I don't care if it's Mike Tyson.
The boxing world is abuzz with speculation, with rumors ranging from potential health concerns to behind-the-scenes disputes with promoters. Tyson's legacy stands at a crossroads. Will he stage a triumphant comeback, or is it finally time for the legendary fighter to hang up his gloves for good? One thing is clear: Tyson's sudden disappearance has left the boxing community in shock and filled with questions. His legacy, built on decades of dominance and unforgettable knockouts, now faces an uncertain future clouded by defeat, controversy, and silence. Whether this marks the end of an era or the calm before another storm remains to be seen. But one thing is certain: the world of boxing won't stop talking about Iron Mike anytime soon.
It is an alleged script leak. This has not been confirmed. Take it with a grain of salt. No one knows if this is real.
Controversy reached its peak following Mike Tyson's shocking loss to Jake Paul, sending shockwaves through the boxing world. While the result alone left fans stunned, the aftermath of the fight took an even darker and more sensational turn. Explosive allegations began to surface, claiming that the entire match had been scripted from start to finish. This wasn't just idle speculation. Just days after the bout, which took place on November 15, 2024, leaked documents began circulating online, allegedly containing detailed, round-by-round fight scripts. These documents quickly went viral, sparking heated debates across social media platforms, sports forums, and news outlets. According to the leaked information, the so-called scripts outlined exactly how the fight was supposed to unfold. They described Tyson coming out strong in the early rounds, showcasing his trademark aggression and powerful punches to keep fans on the edge of their seats. However, as the fight progressed, the script allegedly detailed a gradual shift in momentum, with Jake Paul taking control in the later rounds, landing cleaner shots, and ultimately securing a win by unanimous decision. Shockingly, this narrative mirrored the actual events of the fight almost perfectly, adding fuel to the growing conspiracy theories as critics and fans alike began to question the authenticity of the match, dissecting every moment of the fight for signs of staging or choreographed exchanges. Some pointed to Tyson's unusually restrained performance in the later rounds, while others highlighted Paul's seemingly scripted post-fight comments as potential evidence supporting the allegations. Prominent voices within the boxing community chimed in, with some dismissing the claims as baseless rumors fueled by disappointed fans, while others admitted the coincidences were hard to ignore. The controversy cast a long shadow over both fighters' reputations and raised serious questions about the integrity of high-profile boxing events in the modern era. Whether the leaked documents were genuine or an elaborate hoax remained a topic of intense debate, but one thing was clear: the Tyson vs. Paul fight had become more than just a sporting event. it had turned into a cultural phenomenon, blurring the lines between competition, entertainment, and controversy.
Be round-by-round fight scripts surfaced online just days after the November 15, 2024 bout. These so-called scripts detailed how the fight would unfold, including Tyson showing early aggression, but ultimately losing by unanimous decision, eerily similar to what happened.
Jake Paul stoked the flames even further in a post-fight interview, where he casually claimed that he had to ease off during certain rounds to avoid seriously hurting Mike Tyson. His bold statement quickly ignited a firestorm within the boxing community, sparking intense debates among fans, analysts, and fighters alike. Many questioned whether Paul was simply being arrogant, using provocative words to boost his image, or if there was a deeper, unsettling truth behind his remarks. The idea that Paul, a relative newcomer compared to Tyson's legendary status, could hold back against one of boxing's most feared heavyweights was hard for many to believe. Social media platforms erupted with reactions, fueling countless conspiracy theories. Some fans and critics speculated that the entire fight had been staged, carefully orchestrated to generate publicity and secure a massive payday for both fighters. Accusations of the bout being a money grab flooded comment sections, with skeptics pointing to the unusual pacing of the fight, questionable moments during certain rounds, and the fighters' post-match behavior as supposed evidence. Despite the controversy, others defended both Paul and Tyson, arguing that the comments were part of the promotional spectacle that often surrounds high-profile boxing matches. The debate continued to rage on, blurring the lines between genuine competition and entertainment-driven theatrics in the modern boxing world.
This is an emotional fight for a lot of fight fans out there because of how they feel about Mike Tyson, right? This guy, if aliens landed tomorrow and they asked you about the sport of boxing, the first two names that come out of your mouth are Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson.
Tyson, known for his pride and fierce protectiveness over his boxing legacy, was reportedly furious about the allegations. Several insiders claimed that Tyson considered taking legal action against Jake Paul and media outlets that promoted the idea of a rigged fight. Being accused of participating in a staged event was deeply insulting to a fighter who had built his career on raw power and authenticity. These allegations only deepened the mystery surrounding Tyson's sudden withdrawal from the public eye. Was his silence a strategic move while his legal team explored defamation claims, or had the rumors shattered his spirit after such a highly publicized and disappointing performance? Regardless of the truth, the damage to Tyson's legacy was undeniable, at least in the eyes of a younger generation unfamiliar with his legendary past.
You guys, but I feel bad watching this fight. It just doesn't feel right. It feels bad, man.
While these accusations sparked outrage among fans, the boxing community remained deeply divided over Mike Tyson's abilities and his future in the sport. On one side, critics argued that Tyson's performance had declined due to the natural effects of aging, suggesting that he was no longer the same ferocious fighter who once dominated the heavyweight division. They pointed to his slower movements, reduced stamina, and less aggressive fighting style as signs of an inevitable decline. However, many boxing legends and seasoned professionals firmly stood by Tyson, refusing to believe that age alone could explain any perceived drop in his performance. They highlighted his enduring power, sharp instincts, and unmatched experience in the ring, arguing that Tyson still possessed the skills and mental toughness to compete at a high level. This divide within the boxing world fueled ongoing debates, with some believing Tyson's era of dominance was over, while others remained confident that his fighting spirit and knockout power would continue to make him a formidable force in the sport.
Win all 8 rounds, you got a bonus. And there were certain tells, right? Like when Tyson literally sees a clear shot and he holds back. And you see that Jake Paul's hands are down, his face is wide open. By the way, guys, Jake Paul's defense was atrocious.
Tyson Fury, the reigning heavyweight champion, boldly declared that Mike Tyson's legendary knockout power could never be questioned, regardless of his age. Speaking with unwavering confidence, Fury emphasized the sheer impact of Tyson's punching ability, stating, "If Mike Tyson hits anybody, I don't care if he's 90, he's going to knock them out cold." His powerful words underscored a deep respect for Tyson's unparalleled strength, suggesting that his fierce knockout capability transcends time and age. Fury's remarks highlighted not just Tyson's raw physical power but also his rare, game-changing ability to alter the course of any fight with a single, devastating punch. This belief reflects the lasting influence of Tyson's career, where his explosive force in the ring made him one of the most feared and respected fighters in boxing history.
I don't know how much confidence that Jake Paul have in all this. but you know he gonna be a lot quicker. And if he stay close to Mike, then his chance of winning gonna be great. But he tried to stay back from Mike.
Similarly, former rival Lennox Lewis expressed confidence that Tyson still had what it took to win. Mike Tyson's good to win, he's not that old, Lewis asserted before the fight, pointing to Jake Paul's limited boxing experience compared to Tyson's legendary career. For Lewis, Tyson's skill set and fighting instincts couldn't be dismissed, regardless of the age gap. Even Roy Jones Jr., who faced Tyson in an exhibition bout in 2020, backed the former champion. Jones emphasized that Tyson still possessed dangerous punching power, adding that one well-timed hit could turn any fight around. These voices of support kept hope alive for fans who couldn't accept Tyson's apparent decline as the end.
Dangerous punching power, adding that one well-timed hit could turn any fight around. These voices of support kept hope alive.
Anthony Joshua, a modern boxing superstar, echoed similar concerns while expressing deep respect for Tyson. He predicted Jake Paul's victory before the fight, citing the younger fighter's stamina and energy as decisive advantages. "I pray that he comes out healthy," Joshua remarked, a sobering reminder of the risks Tyson faced simply by stepping into the ring at his age. These debates remain unresolved, with Tyson now silent and out of the public eye. His supporters insist that the fight's outcome and the allegations surrounding it don't define the real Mike Tyson. His critics, however, argue that even the fiercest warriors can't defeat time, and the sooner boxing stops pretending otherwise, the better.
I don't know, what was he doing at the ring?
Oh, yeah, little bow at the end, he bowed.
That's the last thing I remember.
Mike Tyson isn't one to sugarcoat things, and after his devastating loss to Jake Paul, his honesty hit harder than any punch he threw that night. In a raw and somewhat heartbreaking admission, Tyson confessed that he couldn't even remember parts of the fight. It got worse. Tyson revealed that his body had been breaking down long before the fight, admitting he'd undergone multiple blood transfusions just to keep himself in fighting shape. Blood transfusions. While most fighters prepare with intense training camps, Tyson was battling medical issues that sounded more like a hospital drama than a pre-fight regimen. So, has Tyson's post-fight silence been driven by regret, health struggles, or simply exhaustion from the media circus? It's hard to say, but one thing is clear, the fight took more from Tyson than anyone expected, physically, emotionally, and maybe even spiritually. As if the world hadn't yet recovered from the Tyson vs. Jake Paul spectacle, Tyson dropped another bombshell, hinting at a possible fight with Jake's brother, Logan Paul. Yep, he's doubling down on the Paul family boxing saga. Tyson reportedly shrugged when asked if he'd consider the fight, saying, "Why not?" A statement that made fans collectively facepalm. For now, the boxing world is in limbo, anxiously waiting for Iron Mike to break his silence, set the record straight, and let everyone know whether he's truly done or gearing up for one last round.
You often say, we're fans, Mike. You don't care about ego and legacy, but after something like that, do you think it adds to your legacy? How do you think you're viewed after this fight?
Wow, I never thought about that. You know, but the day after the fight, right after the day after, I woke up and told my wife, "Why did I do that?" You know, I don't know. I just don't know what the hell goes on.
Tyson's involvement in recent fights has raised serious concerns about his legacy. Once an unstoppable force, his name is now linked to exhibition matches that some view as money grabs. Promoters like Bob Arum and former champion Tony Bellew have even called for reforms to protect aging legends from being exploited in mismatched bouts. The big question remains, can Tyson reclaim his iconic status, or will this fight define the final chapter of his career? Right now, the answer is as unclear as his next move. Tyson's silence after the fight has left everyone guessing. Is he planning a comeback, or quietly retiring after such a brutal loss? His next move could either redeem his legacy or cement his place in the world of celebrity boxing. Will he rise again, or fade into the chaos he helped create? Let us know what you think in the comments, and stay tuned. When it comes to Mike Tyson, anything is possible.